every morning when I first step out of the kitchen onto the back porch. "I smell snow," I said, and leaned down and checked the thermometer by the door. It's posted low on the frame of the storm door so Abbott can scoot over and open the inside door and check the temperature anytime he wants. 17 below, I told him. Too cold to snow. Abbott was at one time an excellent carpenter, but in 1984 he had a stroke, and although he has recovered somewhat, he's still pretty much housebound and has trouble talking normally and, according to some people, is incomprehensible, yet I myself understand him perfectly. No doubt it's because I know that his mind is clear. The way Abbott has handled the consequences of his stroke is sufficient evidence that he is a very courageous man. But he was always a logical person with a lively interest in the world around him, so I make an effort to bring him as much information about the world as I can. It's the least I can do. "Never that cold," he said. He's worked out a way of talking with just the left side of his mouth, but he stammers some and spits a bit and makes a grimace that some people would find embarrassing, and so would look away and, as a result, not fully understand him. I myself find his way of talking very interesting, actually, and even charming. And not just because I'm used to it. To tell the truth, I don't think I'll ever get used to it, which is why it's so interesting and attractive to me. I'm a talker, and consequently, like a lot of talkers, tend to say things I don't mean. But Abbott, more than anyone else I know, has to make his words count, almost like a poet. And because he's passed so close to death, he has a clarity about life that most of us can't even imagine. "North Pole's under snow," he said. No arguing with that. I grabbed my coffee thermos, pecked him with a kiss and waved him goodbye as usual, shut the door, and went out to the barn and got my bus started. I kept an extra battery and jumper cables in the kitchen just in case, but the old girl was fine that morning and cranked right up. By nature, I'm a careful person and not overly optimistic, especially when it comes to machinery and tools. I keep everything in tip-top condition with plenty of backup. Batteries, tires, oil, antifreeze, the whole bit. I treated that bus like it was my own, maybe even better, for obvious reasons, but also because that's my temperament. I'm the kind of person who always follows the manual. No shortcuts. Weather, meaning snow or ice, stopped me numerous times a year, of course. Those were days that Gary Dillinger, the principal, called school off anyhow, so it didn't count, but in 22 years, I did not miss a single morning or afternoon pickup because of a mechanical breakdown. And although I went through 3 buses in that time, it was only to have each bus replaced with a larger one as the town grew. I started back in 1968 as a courtesy and convenience, with my own brand-new Dodge station wagon, carting my 2 boys who were then in Sam Dent's school, and scooping up with them the 6 or 8 other children who lived on the Bartlett Hill Road side of town. Then the district made my route official, enlarging it somewhat, and gave me a salary and purchased me a GMC that had 24 seats. Finally, in 1987, to handle the baby boomers' babies, I'd guess you'd call them, the district had to get me an international 50-seater. My old Dodge wagon finally gave out at 168,000 miles, and I drove it behind the barn, drained it, and put it up on blocks. And now, for my personal vehicle and for running Abbott over to Lake Placid for his therapy, I drive an almost new Plymouth Voyager van. It's got a lift for his chair, and he can lock the chair into the passenger side and sit next to me up front, which gives him a distinct pleasure. The old GMC they use for hauling the high school kids over to Placid. Luckily,